Welcome to Read and Learn English. Today, we will tell you a simple and powerful business story. This story is about a young man named Jason. He had a big dream. He wanted to build a successful business. At first, everything went well. But later, things started to go wrong. Not because of bad products, but because of money problems. In this story, you will learn how Jason started his furniture business, what mistakes he made, and how you can learn from his journey. The English in this video is easy to understand, so you can enjoy the story and improve your English at the same time. Let's begin the story of Jason's business journey. Chapter 1. The Spark of an Idea. Jason was a young man who lived in a small town. He loved working with wood. Every weekend, he would go to his garage and make small things like shelves or stools. His hands were strong, and he liked to build things slowly and carefully. One day, while working on a small coffee table, Jason had an idea. He thought, "What if I start my own business? I can make furniture and sell it to people." He told his friends about his idea. "I want to build tables, chairs, and more," he said. "I want to sell them and make money." His friends smiled and said, "That's a great idea, Jason. You are really good at making furniture." Jason felt happy and excited. That night, he took a notebook and wrote down a simple plan. In his notebook, he asked himself questions. What will I make? How much money do I need? Where will I work? Who will buy my furniture? He did not have all the answers, but he wanted to try. Jason didn't have much money, but he had tools, time, and a dream. He decided to begin. Jason cleaned his garage. It was small, but it was enough for now. He started building his first big project, a wooden dining table. He worked for 3 days. The table was simple, strong, and beautiful. When he finished, he took a photo of it and posted it on social media. People saw the photo and started commenting. One person wrote, "I love this table. Can I buy it?" Another person said, "Can you make a chair too?" Jason was surprised and happy. He replied, "Yes, I can build more." This was the start of his dream. Jason decided to make a small website. He wrote a short message. "Hello, I'm Jason. I make custom furniture with love, tables, chairs, shelves, and more. Contact me if you want something special." He added photos of his work. He also shared the website with his friends and family. Soon, Jason got his first real order. A woman called and said, "I need a big table for my family. We eat dinner together every night." Jason said, "Yes, I can help." He wrote down the details. The table had to be big and strong. He started working the next day. Jason bought good quality wood. He cut, shaped, and painted it. He worked day and night. After 5 days, the table was ready. He delivered it to the woman's house. She smiled and said, "Thank you. This is perfect." Jason felt proud. His work made someone happy. After this, more people called him. They wanted tables, chairs, and bookshelves. Jason was busy, but he loved it. His dream was now real. He was a small business owner. Chapter 2. A Rising Star. Jason's business started to grow fast. After he delivered the big table to the woman, many more people contacted him. They saw his work online and liked it. Every week, Jason got 2 or 3 new orders. People wanted coffee tables, bookshelves, and even bed frames. Jason was happy. He felt like a rising star. He started to work full-time in his garage. Every morning, he woke up early and went to work. He used his hands, tools, and simple machines to build furniture. He did not take many breaks. He worked hard because he wanted to make every customer happy. His phone rang every day. People said, "Hi, Jason, I saw your work." "Can you build something for me?" Jason always said, "Yes, I can." After a few weeks, Jason earned more money. He saved some, but he also spent some to buy better tools. He bought a new saw, a bigger table, and more wood. His work became faster and smoother. He could finish one order in 2 or 3 days. One day, a local shop owner called him. She said, "I like your work. Can you make 10 chairs and 2 tables for my cafe?" Jason was very happy. This was his biggest order so far. He said, "Yes, I will do it." He worked for 10 days to finish the order. When he delivered the furniture, the shop owner smiled. She said, "Thank you, Jason. This looks amazing." Jason took photos and shared them on his website and social media. More people saw his work and wanted to buy from him. Some people came from other towns to see his furniture. Jason said to himself, "This is working. My dream is growing." He started thinking about the future. He wanted to rent a bigger place. He also wanted to hire one helper. Jason thought, "If I get help, I can make more furniture. If I make more, I can sell more. I can grow my business faster." Jason made a list of goals. He wrote, 1. Get a bigger workshop. 2. Buy more tools. 3. Hire a helper. 4. Sell to more cafes and shops. 5. Make more money. Jason believed he could do it. His business was growing, his name was becoming popular, and customers trusted him. Everything seemed perfect. But behind the success, small problems were starting. Jason did not notice them. He was too busy working and dreaming big. Chapter 3. Hidden Cracks. Jason was getting more and more orders. He was happy, but also very busy. He worked every day, sometimes even at night. To keep up with the work, Jason decided to rent a bigger workshop. He also hired a young helper named Leo. Jason told Leo, "Together, we will build even more furniture." At first, things looked good. The workshop had more space. Jason bought more tools and more wood. He wanted to be ready for big orders, but he did not plan everything well. Jason was spending more money than before. He paid rent for the new workshop. He paid Leo's salary. He bought expensive wood and tools. He thought, "It's okay. I will make the money back when I finish the orders." But some customers were slow to pay. They said, "We will pay next week." Jason said, "No problem." But inside, he was worried. He had many bills to pay: the rent, the wood, Leo's salary, and electricity. But he did not have all the money in hand. Jason was waiting for payments. He started to feel pressure. Some days he did not sleep well. He asked himself, what if the money doesn't come soon? Jason did not talk about this problem with anyone. He wanted people to think his business was doing great. He kept working hard and taking new orders, but he did not keep good records. He didn't check how much money he had or how much he needed. One day, a supplier called him. "Jason, you must pay for the wood now," he said. Jason replied, "Can I pay next week?" The supplier said, "No, I need the money today." Jason looked in his wallet. He didn't have enough. Jason started to borrow money from a friend. He said, "I just need it for 1 week." His friend helped him, but this was a warning sign. Jason was now using other people's money to run his business. He still had many customers, but he was always waiting for payments. The cash in his hand was not enough. Jason said to himself, "I am getting orders. I should be fine." But he didn't understand the real problem. He had a cash flow issue. Everything looked good on the outside, but inside, there were cracks. Jason needed to act fast. If not, things could get worse. Chapter 4. Spending to Grow. Jason's business was growing fast. He was happy and proud. Every week he got new orders. He felt like a real business owner. Jason thought, now is the time to grow even more. He had many big ideas. He wanted to buy better tools, make a new logo, and rent an even bigger workshop. He told Leo, let's make our business bigger. We can build more, sell more, and earn more. Leo said, yes, that sounds great. So Jason started spending money quickly. First, he bought a big new machine. It helped cut wood faster. Then he ordered a large amount of expensive wood. He also hired another helper, a young man named Sam. Jason also bought new chairs and desks for the workshop. He paid a designer to make a new website and logo. He even started an ad on social media. Jason believed all of these things would help the business grow faster, but he did not check his money carefully. He did not count how much cash was going out and how much was coming in. At the end of the month, Jason looked at his bank account. There was not much money left. He was surprised. Where did all the money go? He asked. He saw the list: rent, machines, workers, wood, ads, website. It was a lot. Jason said, it's okay. I have many new orders. I will get the money back soon. But the payments from customers were not coming fast. Some clients said, sorry, we need more time to pay. Jason said, okay, but now he needed money for rent and salaries. He called the wood supplier. Can I pay you next week? He asked. The supplier said, Jason, you already asked last time. I need the money now. Jason felt stress. He did not want to lose the supplier. Jason also had to pay Leo and Sam. He looked at his cash again. He could not pay everyone. He started to feel worried. He worked harder to finish orders quickly. But more work did not mean more cash right away. Jason now saw the problem. He had spent too much, too fast. He thought growing the business was good, but he forgot to manage the money carefully. He did not plan for late payments or rising costs. The business looked big and busy, but inside there was a money problem. Jason did not have enough cash to pay for everything. He started to feel tired and stressed. He said to himself, I need to fix this before it's too late. Chapter 5. The Payment Trap. Jason had many customers now. They were happy with his work, but many of them were slow to pay. One cafe owner said, thank you for the chairs, Jason. I will pay you next month. Another shop said, can we pay after we open next week? Jason wanted to be kind, so he said, yes, no problem. But Jason needed that money now. He had to pay for wood, rent, tools, and salaries. Leo and Sam worked hard, and Jason wanted to pay them on time. The wood supplier called again and said, Jason, I cannot give you more wood until you pay the last bill. Jason felt stuck. He said, I understand. I will try. He looked at his orders. Many were finished, but payments were still not made. Jason was waiting for money. Every day he checked his phone for messages about payment, but many clients were late. Some stopped replying. Jason felt nervous. One day, Jason had to tell Sam, I can't pay you today. Please wait 3 more days. Sam looked sad but said, okay, I understand. Jason felt terrible. He had never missed a payment before. Now, he had no choice. Jason tried calling some clients. He said, can you please pay soon? I need the money to run my business. Some said, yes, we will try. But the money did not come fast enough. He went to the bank to ask for a small loan. The bank said, do you have records of your income and costs? Jason said, not really. I did not keep good records. The bank said, sorry, we cannot help without clear numbers. Jason left the bank feeling sad. He now understood something very important. Even when the business looks busy, cash is still king. Without cash, you cannot pay workers, buy materials, or grow safely. He sat down and wrote in his notebook. 1. Always check cash every week. 2. Ask for part payment before starting big orders. 3. Keep clear records of all money. 4. Don't grow too fast. Jason felt the weight of his mistakes. He had good products and many customers, but his cash flow was broken. He said, "This is a payment trap. I must find a way out." Chapter 6. When Profit Isn't Enough. Jason looked at his numbers. He was selling more than ever. Every month he had many new orders. His workshop was full of tables, chairs, and shelves. Leo and Sam worked hard every day. Customers were happy, and Jason was proud of his beautiful furniture. But even with high sales, Jason had a problem. He had no cash in hand. He said, "Why do I feel poor when I am selling so much?" He checked his account. There was not enough money to pay rent, wood, or salaries. He started to feel confused. Jason looked at his notebook. He saw many unpaid bills. The rent was late. The supplier wanted money. Sam asked for his pay. Jason felt worried. He said, "How can I sell more but have no money?" Then he learned a big lesson. Profit is not the same as cash. Jason had profit on paper. That means customers ordered items and promised to pay. But the money had not come in yet. Some customers said, "Next week," and others said, "Soon." But Jason needed cash now. He still accepted big orders. He thought, "I need more sales to fix my problem." But this made things worse. He needed to buy more wood, more tools, and pay more workers. But the cash did not come fast enough. One day he told Leo, "We have 3 big orders this week, but I cannot buy wood." Leo asked, "What should we do?" Jason said, "I don't know. We need money first." Jason felt stuck. He tried to call clients, but most said, "Sorry, not yet." Jason had made one big mistake. He grew too fast without managing his cash. He didn't check how much money he needed each week. He didn't ask for early payments from customers, and he didn't keep savings for emergencies. He tried borrowing again, but this time no one wanted to lend him money. His friend said, "Jason, you still owe me from last time." The bank also said no because Jason had no clear records. Jason now understood the truth. Sales do not help if you cannot get paid on time. A business needs cash to stay alive, not just big orders. Without cash, you cannot pay workers, buy materials, or run your shop. He sat in his office alone. He looked at the empty wallet on his desk. He said to himself, "I thought more sales would fix everything, but I was wrong. I did not manage the money well." Chapter 7. The Fall. Jason's workshop became quiet. There were no more new projects. The orders stopped because Jason could not buy materials. The supplier refused to give him more wood. "You must pay first," the supplier said. Jason had no cash. Leo and Sam waited for their salaries. Jason said, "I'm sorry, I can't pay you this week." Leo said, "Jason, we worked hard. We need money." Sam looked sad. After a few days, they both left the workshop. They needed jobs with regular pay. Jason was now alone. He had some unfinished furniture, unpaid bills, and an empty wallet. The rent was 1 month late. The landlord called him and said, "Jason, if you do not pay this week, you must leave." Jason sat at his work table. He looked at the tools, the wood pieces, and the empty space. His dream business was falling apart, not because he had no orders, but because he had no cash. He had ignored the warning signs. He had believed that sales were enough. Jason tried one last time. He offered discounts to customers. "Pay now, and get 20% off, he said. Some people paid, but it was too late. The money helped a little, but it was not enough. The bills were too high. The rent, the wood, the workers, everything needed money he did not have. After 2 weeks, Jason closed the workshop. He gave the key back to the landlord. He took his tools home. He felt sad, but he knew it was time to stop. His dream had ended. Jason sat in his room and thought about everything. He said, "I had good work, good people, and good customers, but I did not manage my money. I did not understand cash flow." He opened his notebook and wrote, 1. Always know how much cash you have. 2. Never grow too fast. 3. Ask for part payments before starting work. 4. Keep records of money coming in and out. 5. Save for bad times. Jason made mistakes, but he also learned. He said, "Next time, I will do better. I will respect money. I will run my business the right way." Chapter 8. The Hard Truth. After closing the workshop, Jason felt very sad. He sat in his small room and looked at his notebook. How did this happen? He asked himself. I had good sales, many customers, and nice products, but still, I ran out of money. Jason started reading about business. He searched online for the answer. Then he found something very important. He read, "Profit is not the same as cash." Jason stopped. He read that line again. Profit is not the same as cash. Now, things began to make sense. He learned that profit is the money left after you take out all costs. For example, if you sell a table for $200 and the cost is $120, your profit is $80. But cash flow is the real money in your hand. You need cash to pay bills, workers, rent, and materials. Jason said, I was making profit, but I had no cash in hand. That was the hard truth. He had big orders, but customers paid late. He still had to buy wood, pay rent, and give salaries. Without cash, the business could not move. He also learned another hard truth. You can be busy and still go broke. Jason remembered how busy the workshop was, but at the same time, he was running out of money. Sales looked strong, but payments were slow. Jason remembered a week when he had 5 big orders. He smiled then. But now he understood. He had not received payment for those orders. The work was done, but the money had not come. That's why his bank account was empty. He learned about something called accounts receivable. This means money that customers owe, but have not paid yet. Jason had a lot of accounts receivable, but little cash. That was the danger. Jason also made another mistake. He thought growing fast was always good, but now he saw the truth. Growing too fast without cash is risky. He hired people, rented a big space, and bought tools, but he did not plan his cash flow. He spent before he earned. Now Jason understood everything. He said, "Next time, I will be smarter. I will watch my cash. I will never forget this lesson." Chapter 9. Lessons from Failure. Jason closed his business, but he did not give up. He wanted to try again someday. This time, he wanted to be ready. He took out a fresh notebook and wrote, Lessons from my failure. First, he wrote, 1. Ask for part payment first. Jason remembered how some clients ordered big items but paid late. Next time, he will ask for 50% payment before starting the work. That way, I can buy the materials first, he said. Second, he wrote, 2. Track all cash in and out. Jason learned that he must write down every dollar that comes in and goes out. Even small costs matter, he said. He will use a notebook or a computer file to keep all records clear. Third, he wrote, 3. Don't spend too fast. Jason now knows that buying many tools or hiring too many people too soon is not wise. He said, "Grow slowly. Only spend money when I have it." Fourth, he wrote, 4. Keep savings for hard times. In his first business, Jason had no savings. When clients paid late, he had no backup money. Now he knows that every business should have some extra cash saved. It helps in bad weeks, he said. Fifth, he wrote, 5. Send reminders for payment. Jason did not follow up on late payments before. Next time, he will send friendly messages like, "Hello, your payment is due this week." This will help him get paid on time. Sixth, he wrote, 6. Learn basic accounting. Jason now wants to understand business math better. He said, "I will read books and watch videos. I must understand profit, loss, cash flow, and budget." Jason felt a little better after writing these lessons. He said, "My first business failed, but I am not a failure. I made mistakes, and now I know better." He closed his notebook with a smile. Now, Jason is working part-time again and saving money. He helps a local carpenter and learns more each day. He said, "I will start my business again, but next time I will build it strong, with smart money skills." Chapter 10. A Smarter Start. Jason sat in a small cafe with his notebook. He watched people walk by. Some looked busy, some looked happy, and some looked tired, just like he used to feel when he was running his business. He opened his notebook and turned to a new page. At the top, he wrote, "A Smarter Start." Jason thought, if I could go back in time, what would I do differently? He smiled a little and said to himself, "A lot." He started writing. 1. Start small and grow slowly. In the beginning, Jason wanted to grow fast. He got excited and spent a lot of money quickly. Now he knew better. "I should have started small," he said. "Make a few good products, sell them, then grow step by step." 2. Ask for part payment before starting work. Jason remembered how clients promised to pay later. Some did not pay at all. "Next time," he said, "I will ask for 50% before starting, and the rest after the job is done. This helps my cash flow." 3. Keep a cash flow plan. Jason did not watch his cash closely. He thought sales were enough. Now he knows it's different. "I will write down all the money I expect to come in and all the money I need to spend each week. This way, I will always know if I can afford something." 4. Save money for problems. Business has good days and bad days. Jason did not save for the bad ones. "I will keep some money aside every month," he said. "Even $50 saved can help in hard times." 5. Don't hire too fast. Jason hired helpers when he was not ready. It made cash problems worse. "Next time, I will only hire when I have steady income. Until then, I will do more work myself." 6. Build good relationships with customers and suppliers. Jason now understood that good communication matters. "If I talk clearly with customers about payments and delivery, they will trust me more. If I am honest with my suppliers, they may give me better deals." 7. Learn more before doing more. Jason said, "I jumped into business without knowing how to manage money. I should have learned more first." Now he watches videos, reads books, and talks to smart people. "Next time, I will be ready." After writing, Jason looked at the page and smiled. These were simple steps, but they could have saved his business. He then wrote something for others. If you are starting a business, remember, profit is good, but cash is king. Always know where your money goes. Grow slow but strong. Save, plan, and ask for payment on time. Your dream can work, but only if your cash flows. Jason closed his notebook and took a deep breath. His first business failed, yes, but he learned powerful lessons. Now, he had something more important than money, experience and wisdom. He said to himself, "Next time, I will start smarter. I will not just build a business, I will build it right." And that is the story of Jason, how he failed, learned, and prepared to rise again. Thank you for watching Read and Learn English. Jason's story teaches us an important lesson. Even if you work hard and make great sales, you can still fail if you don't manage your cash flow. Money coming in and out is just as important as your dream. Here's what we learned from Jason. Grow your business slowly and wisely. Ask for part payment before starting work. Always track your cash. Save for hard times. Learn before you grow. Jason made mistakes, but he did not give up. He learned from failure, and now he's ready to try again, with better planning and smarter choices. If you liked this story and want to learn more through simple English, please like, share, and subscribe to Read and Learn English. See you in the next video, and keep learning.